Praise be to God. Daily One Missionary Biography. Today's missionary, author Stace. Date of birth 9/2/1885. Date of death 30/7/1967. Native place Redfern. Country Australia. Place of vision Australia. Author Malcolm Stace, also known as Mr. Eternity, was born in a slum in Sydney. Being a neglected child, he suffered under the hands of alcoholic parents. He became a petty thief from almost his earliest age, stealing milk and bread and whatever he could just to survive. He had no education and could barely write his name. By his 20s, he had developed a heavy drinking habit, and no matter what he tried, he could not give up drinking. He enlisted himself in the Australian forces during World War I. After around 3 years, he was declared medically unfit and discharged from the army. After returning to Australia, he went to his old habit of drinking. During this time in 1930, an evangelical Anglican church announced free food for those who listened to the preaching. Being hungry, hopeless, and desperate, Stace wandered into one of those meetings. The message of salvation he heard at the meeting changed his heart. He immediately went out and cried, "Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner." From that day on, for the rest of his life, he was living testimony to God's saving power. 2 years later, he attended a meeting where an evangelist was preaching, "Where will you spend eternity?" Immediately the word eternity caught his attention. Though he could hardly spell his own name, he started writing one word eternity on footpaths, doorsteps, railway station entrances, and anywhere else he could think of. His one-word message made people think about their eternal destination. For the next 35 years of his life, Stace would wake up early in the morning and write the word eternity at least 50 times a day. Stace's unique method of street preaching won many souls for God. Sometimes he was arrested for writing so, yet he didn't give up. He also used to gather people in the crossroads and shared whatever little he knew about the Word of God. There are still few places in Sydney where the word eternity written by him survives, still reminding people of their inevitable eternity. Beloved, where will you spend your eternity? Lord, thank you for all the spiritual knowledge you have given me. Help me to use every bit of it for the gospel proclamation.